her partner, he comes in one day like, okay, this is amazing. This feminine communication, it's amazing. Also, I don't communicate that way. And I told him, good, you don't have to. You technically shouldn't for this to go well. He's like, oh, thank God. Like, I don't say, hey, I'm feeling this. I really would love this. He's like, it's just not natural. And I said, good, because that's not masculine communication at all. All right, glad you're here. I'm so excited to do this video today. So I am following up with my most recent video, which was about feminine communication. Today we're going to talk about masculine communication. So first, when we talk about masculine and feminine energy, we all have both. And the way that I have really discovered so much wisdom and insight on what masculine energy looks like, what feminine energy looks like, is by diving into my own body. So recognizing the heart and the mind. The heart is more feminine energy. The mind is more masculine energy. Masculine is the doing energy, the planning, the preparing, the fixing, the resolving, the going point A, point B energy. And feminine energy is very much about connection, about feeling, aspiring, desiring, being in the moment. It's more being energy, where masculine is more doing energy. So as we kind of lay that foundation here, I want you to start thinking about how this relates to communication. Without communication, there can be a lot of conflict because they're so different. Feminine is so different from masculine, and they're not operating with the same mannerisms, tasks. They're not the same. Just like yin and yang, they're very different. They do fit together very nicely if the one can remain true to its side while the other remains true to its side. So when it comes to masculine energy, when we get so far in the masculine, going, doing, right? I think the world is very masculine energy, and it's been prioritized over feminine energy for a long time. So both males and females are kind of conditioned to operate with their validation coming from getting things done and performing and pursuing goals and things like that. That's just kind of the way that the world has been. When we get so far into that, whether you're a guy or a girl, you will start having these feelings, and these types of things will come up in your mind. Feeling like, what is all of this for? Right? I've got all of these accomplishments and I feel empty. I might have a good career. I might have, the possessions that I've wanted. I might have, my situation, good clientele base or a good business running. I might have all of these things, right? A home, a job, a car, whatever. But what is it all for? And you start feeling extremely depleted. I think a lot of the world feels this way, extremely depleted. What we do not realize is what we are hungering for, and the thing that will replenish us most is feminine energy, the feminine, coming back to the heart and coming back to the woman, the true feminine energy of a woman. I think men are hungry for it and women are hungry for it, and it is the only thing that will give us rest. So one of the problems right now is that when a man comes to a woman and a woman is in her masculine energy, communicating in masculine ways, or just being very masculine, very going energy, doing energy, exhausted, frantic energy, right? Not that frantic is masculine, but when a woman is in that place, it's not replenishing. So I highly recommend watching the previous video on feminine communication. I'll link that here. When a woman can get in her feminine energy, or when a man can get connected to his heart, that is when he starts to replenish and to feel like there is actually meaning in life. It's bringing it back to, I see why we're doing all of this. It all matters now. It all makes sense. It is back to the heart, back to the family, back to connection, back to spirit. The woman really is the portal of all of the earth. We are the connection to God. We are connection to the divine. We are the ones that bring a man back to his true self, his true spirit. So it's vitally important for a woman to get back into her feminine energy, and also for a man to get back in touch with his heart. When it comes to this, though, there is communication that helps us get all of this flowing, right? A feminine way of communicating would be heart-centered. And this isn't resolving, thinking, I'm going to jump the gun and I'm going to solve this for everyone before we even have the conversation, right? This is definitely the way that I communicated throughout most of my marriage. It's like, okay, this is what needs to get done. This is where we're at. This is, the things that I want and need and whatever, right? It was very direct. I've already solved it. Here's the plan. That is the quickest way to shut down a man and to push him away and to create conflict. Feminine energy instead is, I feel, I would love. Without any sort of manipulation, without any sort of resolution already figured out. It's offering your feelings and your heart to the man and trusting, that he will know what to do, that he will be able to come up with a good plan that works for everyone, that's beautiful for everyone. When a man can see and hear and feel and know what a woman is going through and what she's desiring, he knows what to do. It's like, oh, especially you get yourself a really good man and you share your heart in this way, he knows what to do. Because women have been so much in their masculine, it has caused this inversion. When a woman comes at a man and she's already got it all figured out and she already knows what's going to happen and what needs to be done and she's directing everyone, it causes him to drop back into more feminine energy. It's more receptive energy. It's okay, you're the leader, I'll follow you then. What do you want me to do? How should I do that? Right? It becomes this, I keep knocking my light with this. It causes this inversion of relationships where the women are freaking exhausted and the men are just like taking the lead because they feel like they can't do it right anyway. And it's very, very depleting and emasculating and very depleting for the woman and exhausting, right? It's not a good dynamic. And we have really been kind of messing this up for a while. When we can get back into our true nature, where a woman is open-hearted, sharing her thoughts and her feelings, and a man is confident and she's confident in him and his abilities to resolve and to make good decisions that work for everyone, then he is able to take that and be in his masculine energy. I'm not saying the woman has to go first. A man can step into his masculine energy and take charge and ask her to trust and ask her to allow him to figure it out and, right, do the surprising whatever. It's a shift that needs to be made between the both of the sides. So when it comes to communication, I have been working with a client specifically on this, and we've been practicing feminine communication, not just with her partner, but her children, and all these, her children are grown children. So this doesn't work as well with like little kids. You have to kind of be, the woman has to be the masculine energy or the directing energy for children, right? Relatively, we would take the masculine role, the child would take the feminine role. But when you get into equal partner, loving relationships, or equals on any level, and the feminine takes the feminine route of communication, the female takes feminine communication, it's very, very healing. So, been working with a gal, she's like, this is miraculous. I had no idea how beautiful this little transition would go within my little sphere of influence, within my family, my adult children. So then comes her significant other, her partner. He comes in one day like, okay, this is amazing. This feminine communication, it's amazing. Also, I don't communicate that way. And I told him, good, you don't have to. You technically shouldn't for this to go well. He's like, oh, thank God. Like, I don't say, hey, I'm feeling this. I really would love this. He's like, it's just not natural. And I said, good, because that's not masculine communication at all. And I asked him, I said, what is your greatest desire in life? And I can guarantee, if I ask any man who's truly in his masculine, his greatest desire in life is to please his woman. It is just to make her happy. And any man who truly can make his woman happy is like, yes, I am the king, right? It's just this, it matters to the masculine man to please his woman. It matters deeply. And when he feels like he can do that and be successful at it, he's like, I got this. I can do anything. Okay. So I said, when she's expressing that, how she feels and what she's desiring, you're just taking notes. You cannot please someone you don't know. You cannot make happy someone you have never listened to or gotten to know. So as she's expressing, you're just like, thank God for the Holy Grail. The answers are literally right in front of me. You listen, you take notes, you even ask questions. Hey baby, what did you mean? What did you mean by that? When you say you're desiring this, are you desiring it this way or that way? What do you need right now? Right? Questions are very penetrating, and that sets you up for success in masculine communication. So first, getting really freaking clear on, okay, what did you mean? What are you feeling? Very clear on, I've got you. If you don't have the answers, so masculine would be solving. It would be like coming up with the plan of what's best here, right? She's expressing her desires and her needs, and you're coming up with a plan of like, I got this. Asking questions to make sure you're clear. As you get more and more clear and get to know her, you will naturally just be like, okay, 5 o'clock Friday night, I've got this, right? Or whatever it is. And if you don't have the solution, and it's a mess and there's a lot of emotion, it's simply saying, I've got you. I'm not going anywhere. You're safe with me. You can tell me anything, right? Getting into true masculine king energy is emotional regulation. It is the container for the safe place for the feminine to feel, to express, to be, to connect with the divine, to relax into her femininity. That is that masculine energy. So masculine communication would look like, I've got you. I'm here. I'm listening. Tell me more about that. What you were just describing, tell me. Getting even more questions, getting even deeper, right? The masculine, you think of male, female anatomy, the true act that creates life, the man is the one who pursues and enters, discovers. He leaves his comfort zone. He leaves energetically, he leaves the boys behind to pursue and be with his woman and create something epic. something so far beyond what he could have done before. Masculine energy in that sense requires going after her, not just pursuing her body, but going after her heart. This type of communication, I swear to God, I am going to cry. I swear every woman on earth is hungry for a man who can communicate this way, who can listen as she's expressing emotions, be in complete control of his mental state, of his emotional state, and simply say, I've got you. Tell me more. What do you mean by that? And I've got a solution. And if I don't have the solution now, I will find a solution. And if a man needs a break, right? It's like, hey, I care about you. I'm creating this safe container. I'm not ready in this moment. I need to breathe for just a second. I'm going to come back, but I will be back. And it's creating this environment where she truly is safe. The more safe a woman is, the more she will open her heart and express her true feelings, the more a man can listen and resolve and feel confident that he can please his woman. It truly is miraculous. This type of evolution is vitally important for homes, for families, for kids, for the joy of both man and woman. If you have questions or need help with any of this, feel free to connect with me. There's links below of how to do that. Hey, if you are enjoying these videos, I highly recommend you check out my free workshop. It is a Divine Union workshop. We do a guided meditation, journaling, compassion key clearings, which is like an age regression type of clearing. There are amazing things when you start diving in and doing the work for yourself and applying all of this stuff tangibly in your life. So again, it's free. Check it out, link below.